I think we're about to talk about where you would go and how that would change your approach at the deadline.
Yeah, I mean, I think what Kyle said is right. Like, I think if you were going to be able to swing for a star level player, you do that regardless, right? Somebody who you can re-sign into the future. Now, where the question comes for me, and Kyle also hinted at this, I don't know what type of role player you want when you're also probably acquiring them for a decent period where Joel is not here.
Yeah.
Does that change it? Do you go maybe a little more small guard shot creation instead of, somebody who can maybe stick on the floor in a playoff rotation with Joel there? I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is exactly.
Yeah. I think maybe because I've been against sort of like that point guard who you're not confident can play in the playoffs. And quite frankly, a lot of the centers you would get for cheap, you're not confident they can play in the playoffs either. But if you're talking about something like that, like an innings eater, a 4A type of baseball player, just to get you a couple more extra wins here over the next 4 to 6 weeks or however long it's going to be, I would be more open to that.
I would trade a second round pick for that.
Yeah. If you're talking again, a real first for Tyus Jones, don't love that. But like a second for him, a second for Drummond, something like that, sure. Just to give you a chance. It's not like it's going to change the team. You're still going to struggle to score. But it might save you 1 or 2 wins, which could end up keeping you in the 5 or 6 spot. That could end up being huge. So yeah, I'm open to that a little bit more. In terms of stars, I don't think it really changes too much on that because you still need someone who can fit alongside Embiid and Maxey, sort of be that third option who can step into a first or second option role depending on lineup changes and whatnot. That star doesn't necessarily look to be available right now. A lot of them that could have been available have been traded, or in DeRozan's case, not DeRozan, in Levine's case, had surgery. DeRozan's on my mind because a lot of people are debating him in the chat right now. That's fine. We'll probably get to that over the next couple of days. But I don't think it necessarily changes that approach too much.
Well, and I was listening to Bobby Marks talk about this the other day, so forgive me if you guys have already been over this. But Bobby Marks said, I mean, obviously they can trade the 3 first-round picks now, but they're going to get outbid if a Bridges or a Markkanen, unless that player says, I need to go to Philly, and I'm going to be a pain in the ass if I don't go to Philly, which, hey, that could happen. Stars usually get their way, although, we saw it with Dame this year.
Not always.
Not always. And also, I'm not sure those guys are the caliber of star that can kind of demand what they want. But Bobby Marks said that in the summer, that 3 picks turns into 5.
Yep.
Because then you're allowed to trade, your pick at the draft.
I can't believe you're giving Bobby Marks credit for that when I've said that 10 times on this show.
I know.
Come on, man.
But it was on my mind. I was just looking up. I'm sorry. It was on my mind. I was watching ESPN as the pregame show was on. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Anyway,
that's my fault.
Anyway, if you have 5 picks though in the offseason, you could reasonably make a bid where if McHale or Laurie or somebody who actually does move the needle wants to play in Philly, that team might say, we'll take the Sixers 5 picks because we think they might stink in 5 years too. And that probably has more value than Oklahoma City.
Well, and not only that, but you have like one of those picks you have to trade is the best of like a bunch. And it was the Clippers pick is in there as well. No, one of them is the worst of a bunch, but you do have that Clippers pick in there as well, and they could stink in a couple of years too.
Totally. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
I know Harden is playing great, and that team looks really good this year. That pick is probably going to be.
Oh, yeah. Valuable. No, in 3 years, they're not still going to be good. 100%. It's just how quickly they can rebuild. So I think as long as you can, even if you can like have to trade 1 pick at the deadline now to get a player who you actually think can be a playoff player, like maybe I don't think it's going to be Caruso because it seems like their asking price is ridiculous, but one of the Bogdanovichis, something like that. Make an upgrade there. Keep 4 picks to trade in the summer. That might be where you sort of like, I sort of hate this phrase because it sounds weird, but like split the baby and have a chance to improve your team now and still have ammunition in the summer, something like that, unless just the absolute right fit comes along, but that right fit hasn't been rumored. And like you mentioned, there's teams that can outbid you. So it'll be tough.
You don't like the picture. You don't like the mental picture.
No, it's just the visual of that is not great.
It's a biblical phrase.
I understand that, but like I still, it comes up in my head. I don't like it. But I also couldn't think of an alternative to say, so I just went with it,
That's fair. Look, and the other thing I will say in terms of, kind of the short window here when Joel is going to be out, Daryl probably needs to make some moves. He probably needs to find some more shot creation, maybe a backup center. Like Nick Nurse, this is why you get paid.
Yeah.
Tobias Harris, this is why you earn your contract as well, which frankly he probably hasn't done for a lot of his a lot of his Sixers career. Tyrese Maxey, earn your next contract. He already has earned that next contract, but really earn it over this time. And also Daryl Morey, figure it out. Like, find a way with second round picks to at least, like you said, like get 3 or 4 more wins out of this group just because of the personnel. Because it's like you said, I look at this right now and think like, okay, if Joel is out for 6 weeks to 2 months, then just stay in the top 6, right?
Yeah.
If he is healthy and he is okay in the playoffs, which again, I understand that's like the biggest if possible. But if you can get him back to like at least playing, early January level, that type of thing, they're going to be a really scary 6 seed. They're going to be a 2 seed that has a 6 seed next to their next to their name. So I guess that's my point. Like just hold on. Sure, you can get your butt kicked a couple times, but find a way to steal some wins and find an identity. Find just whatever you did tonight, do the complete opposite of that and give yourself a chance to win. And I don't think they're really doing that right now.
We all silly like the mayor.